Hello, everybody. This is Reverend Chris Wilson, pastor at St. Andrew Christian Church, and I'm here to talk about sermon this coming week. We have been, at least I have been, preaching in a series called Claiming Our Human Solidarity Through the Lens of Poverty, and I've done 2 of those 3 sermons. This coming Sunday is the final Sunday of that series, and we'll be closing out this series with a passage from the Gospel of Luke. Luke is often thought of as the social gospel, or the social justice gospel of the Gospels. And there's a piece in chapter 6 that's often called the blessings and the woes. And the first part of Jesus speaking to the disciples, and that's the audience in the passage, is the disciples. Verses 20 through 23 in chapter 6 is considered the blessings. And Jesus has a blessing for the poor, and a blessing for the hungry, and a blessing for those who weep, and a blessing for those that are persecuted and reviled and hated. And it's just an interesting passage. Blessings on all these people. And by the standards of the world, these people are not looked at with favor. They're looked at as a lesser human being. And yet God doesn't see it that way, and Jesus' proclamation to the disciples does not see it that way. Jesus' words to the disciples, and essentially Jesus' words to us, is we need to reimagine how we think how a person is blessed. That God sees blessings in people that we don't see. God sees potential in us that we don't see in ourselves or we don't see in other people, and we create our own levels or stratus of who's important and who's not important, who is someone to be valued and who is a person not to be valued. And what we have here is a perspective, an angle, a lens, a method by which we maybe recalibrate and rethink what it means to live in human community with one another. The standard by which we govern and how we understand value and purpose and importance and significance is to be totally flip-flopped. It's kind of turning the world on its head, so to speak. There's something about people that we devalue them because of their place in society, because of the amount of wealth or lack of wealth that they have. And we've done a disservice to humanity. We've done a disservice to ourselves in terms of how we view people. We've got to somehow get out of our own way of how we understand other human beings. Our tendency is to measure ourselves against other people. And God's concept to us is that we should not even be measuring at all. We are simply to understand the value of the person that is in front of us or the people that are around us in some way. And so this final piece of this sermon series on poverty and understanding our human solidarity is reimagining how we are in community and connection to one another. So I hope you'll see us, hope you'll come watch, hope you'll come be present, hope you will worship with us on Sunday and explore this final week on our human solidarity through the lens of poverty. Hope to see you then. Thanks.